the big batches, the $80 batches, the $90 batches, the $100 batches, the batches that you're clearly missing too. Before we get into this video, please take a second to subscribe to our channel and like. What's up, Chuck fam? I'm Diamond and I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit the post notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Alright, like you guys can see from the title, I'm about to drop some bombs on you to help you make more money with Instacart. I do have another video that is titled how to make a lot of money with shopping for Instacart. But this video is a little bit different. That's giving you tricks to maximize your earnings. This one is more so like strategy wise, things what to do. So if you're interested in watching, stay tuned. All right, so like you guys see in the title, I just recently made $170 in just 3 hours doing 4 little very, very simple tweaks to my Instacart strategy. If you go back and watch my previous video, how to make a lot of money shopping Instacart, I give you guys, you know, the main things for when you're starting Instacart and you're trying to get a feel of it. But when you feel you got it and you want to make that money and you want to see those big batches, that's when you start implementing these. So my first strategy is getting up early. The big batches are always in the morning because nobody's out there. You don't have that much competition. So when those first batches come out, say those $70, $80 batches, you're right there. You're out there waiting for them to come to you. So you'll get the bigger batches in the morning and probably like late at night when it's starting to get dark and people are going in and there's not many shoppers out there. So if you're going to try and target those big batches, you want to do it in early morning or late night. Next, I'm gonna say be the first at the store. You have to know what time your store opens. So my big shopping store in Georgia where I will go, or where I normally go, is Costco's. Our Costco's open at 10 a.m. So what time am I there? Not 10 a.m. I'm there at least no later than 9:30. Why, you ask? Because you have to be able to make sure that you're setting up and you're ready, so when those batches drop, you can grab them. What do I mean by setting up? So what I usually do is I refresh my app. In the app, no brainer. But I also go in airplane mode and out of airplane mode to make sure that I have 5G or 4-bar. Just make sure that my signal is really good, so I'm seeing everything that they're dropping and I'm not missing anything. That's one that a lot of people, they kind of miss because nobody thinks, oh well, if my signal's not that great, it's gonna mess up my opportunity. But it really does. I sat next to my husband, like I told you guys before. We both Instacart shop from here and there. Sat next to him, he refreshed his and he was getting a ton of batches, and I'm just sitting there with one, just sitting there, and I'm trying to figure it out. I thought maybe it was because of my ratings, but honestly I feel like it was because of my signal, because the next time we did it, we refreshed at the same time. We did the airplane mode, out of airplane mode at the same time, and we had the same exact batches. So no, I'm still a little weary about them saying if you have lower ratings that like it affects your pay. I don't know, but honestly I know for a fact the signal does. If you don't have great signal, you're not getting the maximum earning batches. I mean, you might see some of them, but you're definitely not seeing them all. So the next thing I would tell you guys to do, this is a big one, and I actually have a demonstration of how it worked for me in just a second. But the next thing I'm going to tell you guys to do is don't jump on the first batch you see. Like, I know you get excited when them batches start rolling in and you see them 25s and them 30s and them 40s, and you like, let me take one of these before they get all taken up. And yeah. So in order to see like the big batches, I know a lot of you guys are like, I've never seen a 90, I've never seen 100, I've never seen 120. In order for you to see those, you have to take some sort of a gamble. So how do I put it? So I'm at Costco's and batches start dropping at 10 o'clock. I'm not jumping on the first $40 batch that I see because everybody's trying to get those batches. But what I usually do is I sit around until the next drop, which is usually in about 5-10 minutes after. And that's when the big ones start coming in. And you don't have that many competition because the first batches were all taken up by the people who were so thirsty to take them. And now they don't have access to the batches that drop 5 minutes later. The big batches, the $80 batches, the $90 batches, the $100 batches, the batches that you're clearly missing too because you're jumping on what is, okay. Like, you got a batch and you're happy. Don't do that. Take the gamble. It's definitely worth it if you just try it. Just try it, and I swear, drop a comment below. Tell me, Diamond, you ruined my life. Like, I missed a $50 batch, or tell me, like, your advice was great and yeah, I got a $150 batch. So drop a comment below and let me know what happened with that. But I guarantee you, matter of fact, I'm gonna put a clip in right here of my experience with Costco. Just a few days ago, I let the first round of batches go by, and then you can see my big kahuna. Okay, so it's 9:56 and the Costco's batches started dropping. You see some 50s, you see some 40s. These are pretty decent batches, but if you look at the mileage, they're like going 40 miles, 16 miles. They're going pretty far for the money. And if the farther you go, the longer it's going to take you to make that money. So I was just trying to avoid anything that was like that. I considered taking this one, but I'm like, you know what, not going to do it. So I kept swiping. And as you can see, those first rounds of batches, they're gone because the people jumped on those. They wanted something. They thought that was all that was going to come out. So that's what they took. Keep swiping, keep swiping, keep swiping. So right here, you guys see a couple more 20s start coming in. Nothing big like what we saw in the beginning, but patience is a virtue. I keep swiping, and eventually my big kahuna is coming up. You'll see it was a 96 right. Come on, where you at, baby? Right there. I waited for it and I got it, and it was worth it. So this day I used that strategy for all of my batches, and I ended up getting some really good ones. I got a 96, I got a 40, and I got a 30, and I ended up making roughly $170 in 3 hours and 30 minutes. So worth it. Only 3 batches, and I barely worked hard at all for these. So as you guys can see, I had plenty of options to have decent sized batches, but I let those go and I waited for the big kahunas to pop up. And when they popped up, I was able to get one because the main people who are going after those first set of big batches, they're not there anymore. So yeah, I ended up getting a 90 something, and it was actually worth it. It wasn't going far, and it wasn't many items. Like, the tip was like $88. So yeah, it's definitely worth it to just take your time. Don't jump on these big batches that are going like 50 miles. Like, nobody wants that. You're gonna be shopping all day. You might get an $80 batch that's going 50 miles, but I promise you that's probably all you're gonna make today. All right, so my last and final tip is one that's in every video that I ever made. Just do quality work. When you do quality work, your ratings go up, your customers love you, you get repeat customers, and you feel better about yourself. You feel like you earned that money, like you deserve that money. So just do quality work. Shop for somebody else like you want somebody to shop for you. And that's all I have for you guys. I'm telling you, you could be out here making this money. Do not work extra hard. Just don't do it. Like, I made $170 in 3 hours. I've seen people make YouTube videos saying that they did Instacart for 24 hours and they made $170. Why? Because they're jumping on anything. Yep, but like I said, that's all I have for this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so now. Also hit the post notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.